once again, good day and welcome sa lesson natin for today, which is all about factoring polynomials with common monomial factor, no? So yung lesson na ito, actually karugtong ito ng prime factorization kasi bago tayo matuto mag-factor ng mga polynomials na may common monomial factor, dapat alam muna natin kung paano mag-prime factorization. So, ano nga ba ulit yung prime factorization? Yun yung hinahanap mo, yung mga prime factors ng isang particular na number, no? So, mahalaga na matutunan muna ninyo kung paano yung prime factorization bago kayo mag-proceed sa factoring polynomials with common monomial factor. By the way, hinati ko ito sa dalawang lesson, no? Yung lesson 1 natin or yung part 1, no, nakafocus lang ito sa finding common monomial factor para ma-practice nyo kung paano maghanap ng common monomial factor. And then yung part 2, yun na yung mismong lesson proper natin, which is yung factoring polynomials with common monomial factor. So asahan ninyo na may dalawang part yung lesson natin ngayon. Okay? So introduction muna tayo. In multiplication, factors are two numbers that when we multiply together, we will get a product. To factor out means to find the factors of a certain number, variable, or expression. No? So, ulitin ko lang ito. Sa multiplication, yung factors daw, yun yung two or more numbers that when you multiply together, you will get a product. No? To factor out means to find the factors of a certain number, variable, or expression. Ibig sabihin, hindi lang number ang may factors, meron ding variable o kaya expression, no? So this lesson will focus on factoring polynomials with common monomial factor. Okay? So in factoring polynomials using common monomial factor, it is better for us to understand first the term greatest common factor. Greatest common factor. Greatest means the biggest, no? In other words, we need to find the biggest common factor of an expression. Okay? So let's try to find the GCF. For instance, let us find the GCF of 36 and 45. The best way is to use prime factorization. Kaya, mahalaga na dapat matutunan muna natin kung paano mag-prime factorization. Okay? Now, so hanapin daw natin yung greatest common factor ng 36 at 45. Unahin natin si 36. No? Si 36 ay 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. No? Check lang natin. 2 times 2, that is 4. Times 3, that is 12. Times 3, that is 36. Yan yung mga prime numbers, no? Yung prime numbers, yun yung fina-factor natin, yung pinagmumultiply natin. Kapag ka nakita natin sila, yun yung tinatawag na prime factorization, no? So, mahalaga na dapat matutunan muna ninyo yung prime factorization. And, nag-upload na ako ng lesson about prime factorization. Okay? So, now, how about 45? Yun naman ay 3 times 3 times 5, no? Si 45 ay 3 times 3 times 5, no? 3 times 3, 9. Times 5, 45. Okay? So, yan yung mga prime factors ng 36 at 45. May napapansin ba kayo na parehas sa kanila? Parehas silang may 3 times 3, di ba? Parehas silang may 3 times 3. Yung 36 may 3 times 3. Yung 45 may 3 times 3 din. Notice that 36 and 45 have a two common factors, which is 3 times 3, no? Ilan ba yung 3 times 3? 9. Therefore, the GCF is 9. Ganun maghanap ng GCF. Okay? Ganun lang kasimple maghanap ng GCF. Okay? So, na-notice nyo yung pagkakaparehas ng factors ng 36 at 45. Pag-multiply mo lang sila, and that's it, no? Yung result, that will be the GCF. Therefore, the GCF of 36 and 45 are, or is, 9. Okay? So, let's try this in example number 1. find the GCF of 32 and 24, no? So, unahin natin si 32. Ano-ano ba yung prime factors ng 32? 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Check natin. 2 times 2, 4. Times 2, 8. Times 2, 16. Times 2, 32. No? So, tama yung prime factors natin. How about 24? 24 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. No? 2 times 2, 4. Times 2, 8. Times 3, 24. Now, pansinin natin yung prime factors niya. May pagkakaparehas ba sila? Parehas silang may 2 times 2 times 2. Tama? Parehas silang may 2 times 2 times 2. Notice that their common factors are 2 times 2 times 2. Eh, ilan yun? 2 times 2, 4. Times 2, 8. Therefore, the GCF of 32 and 24 is 8. Ganun lang siya kasimple. Okay? Example number 2. Find the GCF of 15 and 60, no? Unahin muna natin si 15. 15 is 3 times 5. Yun na yun. Okay? How about 60? 60 is 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Tama? Check natin. 2 times 2, 4. Times 3, 12. Times 5, 60. So, yan yung mga prime factors natin. Now, anong pagkakapares nila? Parehas silang may 3 times 5. Diba? Parehas silang may 3 times 5. Therefore, the GCF is equal to 3 times 5, which is equal to 15. So, ang GCF natin ay 15. Okay? Let's try finding common monomial factor, no? So, umpisa na natin yung common monomial factor. In terms of polynomials, kapag ang pinag-uusapan na natin ay polynomials, yung GCF, tinatawag natin yan na common monomial factor. Okay? Ulitin ko lang. Pag ang pinag-uusapan na ay polynomials, yung GCF, tinatawag na natin siya na common monomial factor. Ibig sabihin, ang tawag na natin sa GCF ay common monomial factor. Okay? So, let's try this in algebraic terms. Find the GCF or find the common monomial factor of 12x raised to 5 and 18x raised to 4. Okay? So, umpisahan natin ito. So, find the GCF of 12x raised to 5 and 18x raised to 4. Okay? So, si 12 muna. 12x raised to 5. Unahin muna natin si 12. 2 times 2 times 3. Okay? Now, what do you mean by the exponent, no? Ang ibig sabihin ng exponent, yun yung dami ng beses na minultiply mo ang isang number o kaya variable. Eh, since yung exponent natin ay nakalagay kay x, therefore, ilang beses minultiply si x? 5 beses, di ba? X raised to 5 means x times x times x times x times x. Ang daming x, sana all, di ba? Ayun, so 5 x siya. Okay, so check lang natin. 2 times 2, 4 times 3, 12. And then, 5x, that is x raised to 5. Okay? So, ganun lang siya kasimple. How about 18x raised to 4? Factors of 18 are 2 times 3 times 3. And then, x raised to 4, ibig sabihin, may 4 na x. Diba? Okay? Now, ano yung pagkakaparehas sa kanila? Parehas silang may 2 times 3. Tama? Parehas din silang may 4 na x. Okay? Therefore, kunin mo lang yon. Yung mga parehas sa kanila, kunin mo lang yon. Parehas silang may 2, parehas silang may 3 na tig-isa, and then parehas silang may 4 na x. So, the GCF of 12x raised to 5 and 18x raised to 4 is this. 2 times 3. That is 6. And then, ilan yung x? 4. X raised to 4. Kaya, ang GCF ay 6x raised to 4. Okay? Therefore, the GCF of 12x raised to 5 and 18x raised to 4 is 6x raised to 4. Okay? Take note, the symbol parenthesis indicates multiplication. No? Kaya, hindi na tayo gumagamit ng parang symbol na x dyan. Ginagamit na natin yung parenthesis para sabihin na nagmumultiply itong magkakatabi na ito. Nagmumultiply itong mga magkakatabi na ito. Itong mga ito, nagmumultiply sila. No? So, take note lang yon, yung symbol na parenthesis that indicates multiplication. Okay, other examples tayo para mas madali ninyong ma-master. Example number 1 tayo. 20a raised to 5 and 8a raised to 7. Okay? So, unahin natin si 20a. Si 20a raised to 5, no? 20, that is 2 times 2 times 5. Check natin. 2 times 2, 4 times 5, 20. So, tama yung prime factors natin. And then, a raised to 5. Ibig sabihin, may 5a. Diba? Sulat mo lang sila. And then, punta naman tayo kay 8a raised to 7. So, si 8 ay 2 times 2 times 2. Diba? 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8. Okay? And then, a raised to 7, ibig sabihin, ilang a? 7. So, sulat mo lang sila. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, ano-ano yung pare sa kanila? Pare silang may isang 2, pare silang may isa pang 2, and then pare silang may 5 a. So, lista mo lang yon. 2 times 2, tapos 5a. 2 times 2, 4. 5a. A raised to 5. Therefore, the GCF of 20a raised to 5 and 8a raised to 7 is 4a raised to 5. Okay? So, ganun lang kasimple mag-solve ng GCF. Next tayo. 35f raised to 5 and 31f raised to 2. Okay? So, unahin natin si 35f. Factors or prime factors of 35. That is 5 times 7. Yun lang eh. Yun lang talaga yung prime factors niya. 5 times 7. And then, f raised to 5. 5f. Diba? So, sulat mo lang sila. Okay? Now, punta naman tayo kay 21f squared. Okay? So, si 21f squared, that is 3 times 7. Tapos, ilan yung f? 2. So, sulat mo lang sila, 2f. Now, ano yung pare sa kanila? Pare silang may 7, pare silang may f, pare silang may f. So, lista mo lang yon 7ff. So, 7 times ilang f? 2. So, 7f squared. Therefore, the GCF of 35f raised to 5 and 21f raised to 2 is 7f squared. Okay? Next, number 3 tayo. 13b squared and 8b raised to 4. Okay? So, 13b squared and 8b raised to 4. Unahin natin si 13. Si 13 ay walang ibang common factor or walang ibang prime factor, no? So, 13 lang yan o kaya 13 times 1. Okay? So, 13 and then ilang b? 2 daw, no? B squared, that is 2b. No, dalawang b. Okay? Now, punta naman tayo kay 8b raised to 4. Si 8 ay 2 times 2 times 2. Diba? So, 2 times 2, 4. Times 2, 8. So, correct yung ating prime factors. And then, ilang b? 4 daw. B raised to 4, 4 na b. So, b, 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 b. Ang daming b. Ayun. Now, hanapin mo yung pagkakaparehas sa kanila. Parehas silang may 2 b. Tama? Parehas silang may 2 b. So, the GCF is equal to b times b or simply b raised to 2 or b squared. So, yun yung GCF ng 13b squared at 8b raised to 4. Okay, example number 4 tayo. 20x raised to 5 and negative 16x. Okay? Negative 16x. Unahin natin si 20x raised to 5. Okay, si 20x raised to 5, that is 2 times 2 times 5. Tapos 5x. Okay? And then, si negative 16x, that is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times negative 1 times x. Check nga natin. 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16 times negative 1, negative 16 times x, negative 16x. So, tama yung factors natin dito. Now, the question is, what is the GCF? Ano yung pareha sa kanila? Pareha silang may dalawang 2, pareha silang may isang x. So, sulat mo lang yon. Dalawang 2, isang x. 2 times 2, 4. And then times x, 4x. Therefore, the GCF of 20x raised to 5 and negative 16x is 4x. Take note, negative number has a factor of negative 1. Kagaya dito, di ba? Since negative number ito, dapat may factor siya na negative 1. Okay? Example number 5. Oh, ito medyo mahaba-haba to. 64a raised to 3, b raised to 4, and 16a raised to 2. Okay? So, lista lang muna natin si 64a raised to 3, b raised to 4. Actually, madali lang ito, no? So, 64 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Check nyo na lang, no? 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16 times 2, 32 times 2, 64. So, ilang to siya? 6. Okay? Now, a raised to 3. A raised to 3. Ibig sabihin, A. Okay? B raised to 4, edi 4 na B. Okay? So, next naman natin si 16a raised to 2. 16a raised to 2 tayo. 16 ay 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Okay? So, 16 yan. 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16. Okay? Next, a raised to 2. Ilang a? 2. So, sulat mo lang din yun. Now, ano yung pareha sa kanila? Pareha silang may tig-4 na 2. Tama? Pareha silang may tig-2 a. Okay? So, lista mo lang yung pareha sa kanila. GCF is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times a for a total of 16a squared. No? So, yan na yung GCF ng ating given. Okay, so now natutunan nyo na yung finding common monomial factor. So sa part 2 ng lesson natin, ang pag-aaralan naman natin ay factoring polynomials with common monomial factor. Yung mismong lesson na. So sobrang haba ng lesson na ito, pero dapat maintindihan nyo siya step by step. Okay? So panoorin nyo yung part 1, panoorin nyo yung prime factorization, and panoorin nyo rin itong ating part 2 which is factoring polynomials with common monomial factor. See you sa ating next video. Bye-bye!